And, as every Western barroom expert in Japan knows, while the Japanese are past masters at copying high technology, their weak point is coming up with creative ideas of their own.
If 1989 represented Japan at the pinnacle of prosperity, fueled by limitless optimism and endless economic growth, then 1990 marked the sobering wake-up call. This was the year when the Japanese economic bubble burst, plunging the nation into what would become infamously known as the Lost Decade. This drastic reversal deeply impacted every facet of Japanese society. Economic hardship, political scandals, and cultural shifts would ripple across the nation, shaping the mood and mindset of an entire generation. So, to fully appreciate the transformative anime released in this turbulent year, it's vital to contextualize the environment from which it emerged. 1990 was more than just a downturn. It was a watershed moment that would redefine the nation's collective identity. The bursting bubble led to widespread disillusionment among the Japanese youth, particularly men who once envisioned stable corporate careers. With economic uncertainty looming, pop culture became an essential outlet for expression and escapism. 1990 was a cultural crossroads in Japan, marked by creative progress and social evolution. While in gaming, Nintendo launched the Super Famicom, or better known globally as the Super Nintendo. Meanwhile, early mobile phones began popping up, foreshadowing Japan's coming mobile revolution. Amidst this fertile yet uncertain cultural landscape, anime and manga were thriving. Titles such as Record of Lodoss War brought epic fantasy to new heights, and Battle Angel Alita pushed the boundaries of sci-fi storytelling. The humor and satirical edge of Crayon Shin-chan delighted fans, while manga series like Slam Dunk and Yu Yu Hakusho debuted, laying the groundwork for massive anime adaptations later in the decade. Despite the broad range of influential titles from 1990, one anime stands apart. Not just because of its content, but also due to the vision of its young, ambitious director, Hideaki Anno. Nadia, The Secret of Blue Water, which aired from April 1990 to April 1991, is not merely an anime elitist's hidden gem, it's a significant milestone in anime history. Developed by Studio Gainax and loosely based on Jules Verne's classic novel 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Nadia blended adventure, science fiction, and coming-of-age elements in ways rarely attempted before. It was ambitious, imaginative, and deeply reflective of the shifting cultural attitudes of its time. When discussing Hideaki Anno, it's crucial to delve briefly into the man himself before we get to the masterpiece he crafted in 1990. Anno wasn't simply a talented animator, he was a deeply introspective creator whose personal experiences heavily influenced his art. Originally fascinated by animation and special effects, Anno found solace in creating intricate worlds as a means to express his inner struggles and creative ambitions. He was known for his passion, his intense attention to detail, and his unflinching willingness to explore complex, mature themes. Anno would later become synonymous with groundbreaking psychological narratives. Though, of course, in 1990, he was still a young gun trying to find his footing. I do wonder if this enterprising young lad goes on to create anything else noteworthy. The series follows Nadia, an enigmatic young girl carrying a mysterious blue jewel, and Jean, a young inventor enthralled by the wonders of technology, as they travel aboard Captain Nemo's submarine, the Nautilus. Through their journey, Nadia explores profound themes that clash between technology and nature, the impact of war, identity, and humanity's relentless search for meaning in an increasingly uncertain world. To quote Thomas Lamar in The Anime Machine, A Media Theory of Animation, in sum, as even this glancing overview of references attests, Nadia brings multiple frames to the surface: 19th century science, 1960s and 1970s design, post-war nuclear politics, the Bible and ancient myths, human evolution, space travel, interplanetary and interracial conflict, to name a few. While Nadia, the Secret of Blue Water bears the early hallmarks of Hideaki Anno's distinctive directorial style, it also serves as a cultural lens into Japan's post-war aversion to violence and its growing anxiety in the 1990s about staying technologically competitive in a rapidly evolving global landscape. Likewise, set against the backdrop of a transforming 19th century Paris on the brink of industrial and scientific revolution, the series draws a clear parallel between that era's technological upheaval and Japan's own push to adapt at the dawn of the digital age, a tension embodied in the journey of Jean and Nadia themselves. Yet, behind this brilliant storytelling lay a tumultuous production cycle. Studio Gainax faced substantial financial and creative pressures during Nadia's creation. Not holding full control over the intellectual property significantly drained the studio's resources, plunging Gainax into financial instability and causing immense strain for the staff. This production turmoil deeply impacted Anno himself, leading him into a 4-year period of clinical depression, a dark time that would profoundly shape his future creative direction. Indeed, Nadia was more than just an impressive original anime. It was the first whisper of the cultural storm Hideaki Anno was soon to unleash upon the anime world. And so, as they say, sometimes the darkest room can hold the brightest of treasure.